Good morning, guys. I am on my way to Marque Mall to do my yearly report. First of all, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., I'm going to be going live again at L&H Sorry store. So if you missed it the first time and you want to check it out this time, don't forget 9 a.m. And those that were there the first time, it'd be great if you joined again. But anyways, I'm on my way to Marque Mall. Like I said, I got to do my yearly report. Let me start in the beginning. When I came over here in 2016 with Louisa, they gave me what's called a balik bayan stamp in my passport. Now that is given to somebody that's married to a Filipino, a natural-born Filipino, whether it's a husband or a wife. When you go into immigrations at the airport, they'll give you a balik bayan stamp. Now your spouse has to be with you. You cannot leave the country and come in by yourself and ask for it because they won't give it to you. And I was also told that that's a courtesy visa stamp they give you, that they don't necessarily have to give it to you. It's not granted, but I've never heard of anybody having a problem doing that or getting that stamp. Then when I was here in the past, I would get a visitor's, or I was here on a tourist visa, and every 2 months I had to go down to the Bureau of Immigrations and get stamps and fill out paperwork and pay a fee for that. This is the first time that I've never had to do that. Like I said, when I got that stamp in 2006, it was good. It's good for a year. And after a year, you have to leave the country and come back in and do the process over again with your spouse. But what I did within that year is I applied for a 13A, which is a permanent resident visa. Actually we used a travel agent here, Amiga Travel, excellent company to use. They do a great job. They do an awesome job. Never had a problem with them. But I went to them. They handled all the paperwork. You have to go get an MBI clearance, which was in San Fernando. They drove us down there. Very simple. It's nice because they know people. So when we went down there, I didn't have to wait in no big queue or big line or anything like that. I came in, the guy that drove us down went inside the Bureau of Immigration. One of the guys from the Bureau of Immigrations came out, fingerprinted me, filled out all the paperwork, went into the Bureau of Immigration building, or not the Bureau of Immigration, the MBI building, and went to the front of the line, took my photo, and I was out. Now you had to wait, I think it was almost, 3.5, 4 weeks for that to get your clearance. And then once you got the clearance, I got a call. We had to go down to Manila to the Bureau of Immigrations in Manila. Sorry, I'm trying to get over. This is crazy driving here. So yeah, went down to the Bureau of Immigrations in Manila. I was the second one in. We had a little interview. Went downstairs then, did a photo. Waited like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe something like that, to get that paperwork back. Come on, I tell you, some people driving. Waited a couple weeks. Like I said, I think I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get over here, and it's crazy. Waited 3 weeks. 4 weeks for that to come back, and then I got they call it a temporary permanent resident visa, and what that is it's good for a year. And then come the beginning of January and February, you have to go down to the Bureau of Immigrations and renew that, or you got to go down to the Bureau of Immigrations and report in. You have to do it every year. Now, that, like I said, that first one, a temporary permanent resident visa, is good for a year. And come March, we are going to go back down do the process all over again, and then once you do the process the second time, you are here on a permanent resident visa. And from what I'm told, that allows you to do pretty much anything and everything except for vote here in the Philippines. So that's where I'm heading today. I was told it's a very simple process. This is the first time I've done it. So I'm going to find out how easy and how quick and how simple it is. I was told I don't have to give them or have them hold my passport, that all they need is to see my permanent resident visa card, my iCard, and my passport. So we'll see how quick this is. See if I can get in and out. All right, so I am home right now, and it was an epic fail. Let me tell you guys what happened. I went in there and I walked up to the desk. There was a desk there, and a guy sitting behind the desk, and it said annual renewal. So I went up to him and I said, I'm here to do my annual renewal. He said, okay. A card came over and said, listen, if you pay an express fee, which was 1,000 pesos, it'll get done quicker. I've heard of these express fees, and I also was told by a guy who paid the express fee that yes, it does work, you get it done quicker, but when he looked on his receipt, there was nothing on his receipt that said he paid for this express fee. So where's that money go? I don't know. Anyways, he took my ID, my iCard, gave me a piece of paper. He told me it'd be about a half hour, and then after a half hour I would pay. Then I'd have to wait for them to finish the rest of the paperwork. So I said, no problem, I'll wait. So after a half hour, they came out and they called me. And they said, sir, because this is your first time doing your annual report, you have to register online, get a confirmation code, and then come back to us. I said, okay. I said, is this something I can do at home? He said, yeah. He goes, or around the corner here, we use I don't know, a service that you pay and they can do it there for you. So I figured, you know what? I'm in no hurry. I don't need to be anywhere anytime soon. I have to finish this up by the end of the month. I figured, let me go home, let me get online and do it myself. So I came home, but on the way home I stopped at Amiga, and they're the ones that, you know, process my 13A. Explained everything to them, and they said, okay, we know what you're talking about. We'll do it for you. So the girl tried to get on the website, and of course she couldn't. Wouldn't allow her into the website. So she told me she'll try later and see if she can get in and, you know, register me and get me a confirmation code. And I'll just go back. I can't tomorrow, but I'll go back Thursday and finish it all up. You know, it doesn't help. You know, getting mad, getting upset, yelling at the people, it's not going to do you any good. It's not. You yourself will kind of just look foolish standing there yelling at people. So it's not even worth it to get upset or get mad. It's just the way it rolls. You know, the phrase, it's more fun in the Philippines. I think that might be applying to those that are coming here on vacation. I think they need to change it to people that actually live here in the Philippines, and I think they should name it, it's more challenging in the Philippines. But epic failure, and we'll try again Thursday.